I wanted to note this down right quick. Oh, birds are coming into the window. That's a good sign. I just smoked a bowl and then had a major download. I'm still a little bit shaky. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about extraterrestrials. To the average mind, this might not resonate. I'm just saying, don't take it personal. All right. I've got many different ways of describing what extraterrestrials, or what we define as extraterrestrials, really are. It's like, take this cigarette, for example, all right? You light it up. Simple, right? Extraterrestrials are more like this. You want to smoke? Take this apparatus, put something in there, and you puff it like this. It's more complex, but it's got more information. It's from a higher consciousness. They're there to help analyze. There's some that are of the light. There's some that are, not of the light. But that's almost rare right now. Vibration's too high. They don't have that type of power anymore. So E.T.s are basically looking with spirit, because they're part of the same one. I keep talking about one love. I know it's deep, but it's in past lives and when we were kids, we saw these things, but it was made ridiculed and by the powers that be. Like, no, 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 no. Shut up! That's how they were. We were just kids. It wasn't our fault we saw other dimensions, right? So, basically, what I'm trying to get to is E.T.s basically hold judgment on humanity. And this thing called karma, they're the ones dishing it out. Pardon me. So, when you go in, and I mean this with all respect, and you open up your chakras, whoa. Look at that. Check it out. Can you see it? I don't know. I'm documenting this as part of the dream world. Sometimes it gets a little rocky. Well, for me, but it's all good. If you lucid dream, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's wonderful. They help the good-hearted people. So if you have a good heart and you follow your heart, it's going to be pretty simple. You'll understand, and completely overstand that this reality is upgrading. And It's been predicted. You know, the Mayan calendar. It's nothing that you're not oblivious to on what's going on. Everything that is fake as shit is just seen. So yeah, the things that used to work really don't anymore. And for one simple fact, it's just nature vibrates very high. And especially when it gets into a certain alignment. And the spectrum of like angles of light that you can see are a lot more than what we've limited ourselves to. So with meditation and with aligning your chakras, you're aligning with the planet basically. So everything becomes condensed, like a lot more information becomes condensed in the past, present, and future. But yeah, extraterrestrials, the more you get in contact with them, the more you develop a relationship with your angels, and you get to know the devils and the dark side that you hold within you, and you merge all that shit together. It's gonna get, Ralph, I'm sorry, I gotta use your lingo. It's gonna get shaky. It's gonna get shaky. It's gonna get real shaky. Like, you'll go through upgrades, DNA wise. You'll have to go back into your basically your childhood and unblock certain events that made you conform to what's going on. Like, I'll speak personally, what's been going on for most of my life, which has been auto-sabotaging a lot of shit. And, yeah, that's that. But by making these videos, I've been working on myself. This is why I got away from everybody, is because the connection I felt within, I knew at some deep point inside of my soul that I could connect to what I knew was real. Is real. Is real. You know, like, it's just, you start connecting the dots and it's just like, oh, Star of David, got it. Let me research that, and it led me to something else. And let me research that, and it led me to something else. Until I took what I researched and applied it within meditation. And it opened up a lot of doors, and those doors permeated through my reality, from my heart, into my mind, into this one, and the veil was destroyed. So basically, that's what I'm getting to. Some of you might call this channeling. Some of you might call this... It's only going to get more fluid with time. The more you open these doors of channel, the more you see that the more you're researching and doing good by being... What's it called? By being by yourself and knowing thyself, the more the connection is going to grow stronger with the beings that actually are helping out right now on this plane to better humanity. Some of them call them light workers, some of them call them star seeds. It's the same star family. It's the same soul tribe or kindred spirit, as you would call it. Most kindred spirits are very, very, very skeptic. They love animals more than they possibly like humans, and there's a reason for that. It's because their vibration is already at a higher level. But we live in a society where it's, unfortunately, do as I say, not as you think. And I'm here to break that mold and tell you that it's possible. And not only that, once you actually start working on this path, whatever path it may lead you to, doesn't mean it's going to be anything like mine. I'm just saying it's real. Magic is what runs the whole universe, and the more you're in contact with that, the more you're in contact with the whole of what you really are. And I think that's going to be all for today. I love you. Namaste.